Hello there, Albie-Wan here, playing some more Leaf Blower code. Yeah, I'm going to sort of have a look back through some of the things that have been updated in the game recently. Because they changed the lighting on the basketball court map, which a lot of us were having trouble with because it was so dark. But I'm just sort of going to quickly sort of clean up my yard. Which is a lot easier with a flamethrower.
Cleaner and cleaner.
Don't try this at home. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the old. Should we do it from the mission board or should we do it from here? We'll do it from here. Basketball court, wasn't it? And we'll have that set to like 9 PM because it was dark when we did it before. I just want to see what lighting change they've made to the to this map. Yeah, that's actually much brighter because it was literally pitch black outside of this. Outside of here, it's pitch black everywhere. So yep, big applause to that. That's a massive improvement on the lighting on this map. So we'll quickly get this one tidied away. Plug the leaves in from the outer. Shall I get a more powerful one? How am I like? Sort of propel them all in with a little bit. It looks like the actual leaves are not so much right on the very edges anymore either as well. So they've, I presume they've actually sort of they made inroads on that as well. I was fine with them being in the corners because that's the whole point of having the rake and everything like that. Just to get things out of these damn corners. Excuse me. Hey, Serious Seal, how you doing, bud? Long time. How the devil are you? I often see you on the Sea of Thieves, but that's usually late in the evening. Yeah, I'm doing okay, bud. Thank you. Yeah. Hope you're doing okay as well. Because I know we had the long discussion about MH issues and all that like a while back, didn't we? Yeah. Good to see you, bud. God, what time is it where you are? Is it early morning? It must be early morning. Actually, no, probably late. Maths. I thought it was earlier than it was. It's actually like about 4:30 here. So yeah, okay. So it's not that early. Yeah, good to see you about, bud. Have you been playing much other than Sea of Thieves? Yeah, I've seen you playing that on Xbox. Grinding out old gold curses. And a whole lot of fishing. It's approaching noon, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I thought it was earlier. It's just like it was, time just disappears these days. Yeah, like I said, I've always enjoyed doing fishing in Sea of Thieves. Have they introduced many new fishing quests and things like that, or is it sort of just general fishing? As you can probably tell, I play quite a few different sort of games depending on mood. I find this one very satisfying to sort of relax to. And the headlight, they improved the headlight as well, didn't they? good to see you. Good to see you in chat, bud. With a little bit of treasured fish quests, but mostly just normal stuff. Devilfish and wild splash. Yeah, there's still. I mean, even after all these years, there are still. It's like some of the fish I've not actually completed on my one either. There are a couple that I'm quite close to sort of completing, but I'll get back onto Sea of Thieves again at some point soon. It's one of those games that's always installed on my console, but I've got about 100 odd games, well, close to 100 games installed on my Xbox, and half the time I just find myself scrolling through going, no, 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 not today, no, maybe tomorrow, not today, no, no, no. Well, never need to fish another splashtail. Oh god, splashtails. Yeah, splashtails are always the first ones to sort of complete, aren't they? Because it's just they're just bloody everywhere. It's when they steal your baits, that's when it's really annoying. No, that's not the rake. That's the rake. There we are. I need to have a 2 terabyte SSD for my PS5, so I can stop uninstalling and reinstalling every week. Because yeah, that's always a problem as well. Anytime someone says, "Oh, you got to play this game," it's like, I gotta uninstall something. Because I've got like I think I've got a 1 terabyte SSD or extension, and I've got like it's like just a basic hard drive which I had like on the Xbox One, which I don't really play many games from there, but they're stored there to save having to like download them fully again if I need to. Some of them could run from there probably if I needed them to. This would be really slow. But yeah, I think I've got about 90 odd games. Well, I think it's about 98 games. I think last I saw installed on my Xbox, and it was over 100. But I was recently encouraged to install. Oh god, I can't remember what it was now. It was like a fairly big game. So I had to uninstall a couple of games to actually make room for it. Yeah, I'm currently playing on the laptop because this one's unfortunately not on console just yet. It's a team of 2, so I'd be surprised if it's on console anywhere near in the anywhere near future. But yeah, I love this game. It's just a nice, relaxing, chill out game. Finding a lot of games I have around 100. Yeah. 1 terabyte was more. Like I say, 1 terabyte isn't great, but it's double what I have on the actual console. So it was an improvement, and of course it was still about 150 quid for that card. I assume the technology has probably improved, but obviously the cards are going to be much bigger now and probably around about the same sort of price. But I've had my SSD for a couple of years now, so I don't regret the purchase at all because, as you say, like I say, the big games, I install the big games onto there and then just fit little smaller games in around them. Because there are a few games, as I said, that I never really uninstall. I don't uninstall Sea of Thieves, I don't uninstall Red Dead Redemption 2. I've got the Forza Motorsport and Horizon pretty much constantly installed on there because I play those fairly regularly with some friends. And yeah, it's like I say, it's just like when you've got like lots of big installs, you kind of have to sort of be a bit choosy about which ones go where. You pay my soul when I installed Monster Hunter World. Yeah, the Monster Hunter games, I don't know if it was Monster Hunter World, it was the most, I can't remember which one it was now. It was the first time it came onto Xbox. I quite enjoyed that one. And the next one they released, It might have been Monster Hunter World. I can't remember, but I got pissed off with that because the prologue was so long, and it's like, go and talk to this person, go and talk to this person. This person's being an arsehole. Go and talk to this person. Go and talk to this person. Like, can I please do some monster hunting? I uninstalled it before I even. It was on Game Pass, but I uninstalled it before I even got to see any of the monsters. It was like, it caught me in the wrong mood. I really wasn't up for that, and it's like, how many more times I have to go? It's like, run over here, talk to this person, run over here, talk to this person. I don't know who any of these people are, and I'm never going to remember any of this information because you're giving me too much information, which could be spread across, you know, a couple of hours of like a gameplay, you know. Let's get the flamethrower out. Get rid of these weeds. Yeah, so I don't know if that was Monster Hunter World or if it was the one. I don't know. There's so many games I just lose track of what title applies to which game these days. That sounds like Worlds. Yeah, the intro was awful. Still the favourite. Yeah, like I say, if I'd got into it, the game might have been quite enjoyable, and I might have really got into it. But the prologue was just such a pain in the ass that it just put me off. Some really bad decisions as well. Unskippable cutscenes, not allowing players to do quests together unless everyone previously watched cutscenes. Oh god, yeah, no, that does sound like a pain in the ass. It's one thing that often put me off the Kojima games is the length of the cutscenes. The amount of cutscenes, the length of the cutscenes, and how the stories just never made any kind of sense at all. They were all just absolute nonsense. People used to love them, fine, okay, you go and enjoy them. It was, I just found them a bit sort of a bit daft half the time. Let's get another bag in there to complete the objective. Yeah, no, the other Monster Hunter game that had come out on Xbox a few years before that, I did pick that one up and played that one with some friends at the time, but it was one of those games that sort of the group sort of dissipated quite, you know, also gradually over time, where obviously, you know, fewer people would show up and it'd be like, oh, okay. And I found playing those sort of games solo are less fun. They're more fun when you've got like a team together, in my opinion. Which is why I quite enjoy Ready or Not. I've been playing a lot of Ready or Not. Well, I mean, playing Ready or Not this evening. Tuesday evenings is our regular Ready or Not stream. and it's nice to have like a group of people cooperating on a game like that. But I get less and less enjoyment, I think, out of single player games these days. There are very specific types of single player game that I like to play. I was actually playing Cleared Hot recently. I don't know if you remember Desert Strike games. I don't know if you. I can't remember how old you said you were, or if you had said how old you were. But used to love Desert Strike on the old Mega Drive back in the day. And yeah, like I say, I've just picked up Cleared Hot, really good fun game, and discovered another one similar, also on Steam. I can't remember the name of that one at the moment. I've discovered it this afternoon, and it's another one which is co-op. So myself and Mr. Angel have picked up a copy of that, so we'll likely be playing that tomorrow evening. Is that a leaf? Leaf? Is that the Rogue Leaf? Full power. Blast!
Definitely beats being cooped up in an office.
Yes, it does. Definitely beats being cooped up in an office. Right. Now, get rid of these weeds. We've got weeds and we're going to scare away crows. Scare the crows. Looking out for crow shadows. Yeah, that's scary. We've got 2 more crows to find. There's one. No crows were harmed in the making of this game, by the way. Just in the playing of it. My group has a few games we cycle through, but it's hard to get people to agree on the same game at the same time. Exactly. Exactly. And like I say, as I was saying earlier, it's with mental health issues, it's kind of like, I love this game. I really, really enjoy this game. I just don't feel like playing this game right now. And it's the same reason, basically, that I unsubscribed from Netflix and Disney Plus and all of the streaming platforms, because I would spend my entire evenings scrolling through all the films and TV series they had, going, maybe, and then I'd get to the end and be like, I can't remember half what I've just looked through. I'll start again, or just, or by that time it would often be too late and I'd end up going to bed having not actually watched anything, but paid a subscription to just look through their catalogue of what they actually have to offer. And it was like, yeah, I'm not someone who likes wasting money, and of course, if you're getting value out of these streaming places and stuff like that, all well and good, but otherwise, there's literally no point. Yeah, the devs have done a good job of adding in like the starlight and the moonlight to actually sort of make this mission a lot more easily playable. When the game first came out, basically the centre of the basketball court was pitch black, and the headlight was nowhere near as powerful. Ah yes, hello. 20 XP. Right, okay, so no weeds around there. I've done all the weeds anyway. Okay. I'm looking for a crow then. Okay. Looking for a crow. Does the thing actually show crows? Go there. There you are, you little bastard. Ah! Right. And...
All done and dusted.
3,000 leaves. So some things pay for the subs and I mooch. Yeah. Wish YouTube's algorithm didn't recommend the same 20 videos on repeat. I find that a lot as well. I often think like, okay, I like these channels, but I'd like a little bit more variety. You have to go searching for some of half the stuff if you really want to find something different, don't you? Yeah, yeah, no, I get that as well. Right, the mission I was going to do next was one of the bonus missions, wasn't it? It was Korean Estate, and not at 9 PM. Do it at like 8 AM maybe. Now, basically, the developers of the game have asked if players can send them videos, clips, screenshots of when these leaves decide they're going to exit the map, and try and find areas, if they can, which they're actually sort of escaping from. A lot of it's down to the physics engine, because the Unreal Engine, when it freaks out, it sometimes just decides it's going to sort of deposit one of these physics objects through a wall. And there's probably not a lot they can actually do about it, but I remember on this map, when I did this the first time, that there were quite a lot of leaves that managed to escape through walls on this one. Aha! Aha! First couple. Yeah, there's a few through here. Like I say, I think it's largely just down to the actual Unreal Engine and the way it decides where things are going to go. So yeah, this build here definitely has lots that go through it. So currently a petition trying to get a bill to ban leaf blowers in my country, so you wouldn't be able to play this game. Oh, sorry. No, this would be the only legal way for you to actually sort of use a leaf blower. Okay, so they're banning, because are you Canada? Did you say way back when? My memory is terrible. Yeah, leaf blowers are not something we generally... I've never really seen many people use them here in the UK. I'm sure they're here, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm sure people do use them. It's just a case of, it's the sort of thing you usually see in like, sort of, TV shows and like from the US and Canada and the like. We just usually get a garden rake out. Yeah, I remember as a kid I'd often sort of do lots of odd jobs around the surrounding sort of areas, and I'd like mow lawns for people, I'd rake leaves, I'd do all sorts of stuff. Used to work on a goat farm as well. That was like pretty much every single morning before school I'd be sort of getting up and sort of cycling over there. Plenty of people have them here, but others complain about the noise and air pollution. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, there's not much noise or air. Well, it's a little bit of noise, but not much air pollution from using a rake. Actually, yeah. If they're complaining about the noise pollution, just go outside their house and just do this. Just do that repeatedly, and I reckon they'll probably start, be back in favour of leaf blowers. It was a leaf there, wasn't it? Am I just hallucinating, or was it just that? It was that one there. Right, so we've got... I'm estimating 10 outside the arena there. Actually, no, maybe 9. Because there's that one there, which isn't. Yeah, we've got 9 escapologists. Can I retrieve them with the rake? Put that one back. I'll come back to those then. Where is the bin? There's the bin. Oh, hello. One of the crows. So it's like 8. There's 8 still to go on that one then, okay. Try and get rid of all the weeds before we head off. Right. Hello. There's the bin. That's guaranteed to put something to the wall there. Good at going, heuristic. And you, bud, thank you for dropping by. And like I say, hope you're having Having a good day. Yes, you take care. Yeah. Hope whatever you're up to is fun. I'm not sure. Yeah, these leaves have a nasty tendency to sort of get caught in these little sort of gaps here and disappear through walls. Yeah, like I say, I'm sort of kind of just doing like a test session more than anything here to try and give a little bit of feedback to the devs about these bloody leaves. There's only one we've lost in there, that's not too bad. I might be able to get that one out actually. Maybe not. Oh no, there we are. Got it. Aha, there's more here. Mr. Angel doing the solid work and promoting the Ready or Not stream this evening. So those are the ones from the other section. That one I presume has just gone through the wall. Yeah, I presume that one's gone through that wall. Let's rehouse you, shall we? This one's missing 2 leaves. Somehow. Seriously, did you not fly off? Oh, okay. Those ones have dropped right below the map. Okay. Let's see if the magnet will get those. It might be too far gone. Yeah, those ones are too far down. They've dropped a long way. was hoping it was going to land on the roof and drop down. Never mind. It did not. So we're missing 2 from this area then. So, yeah. Winter, you got to gather those acorns. Do this bit first, shall we? Bins there, okay. Got to do some proper playtesting for them. Yeah, none have gone through there yet. None seem to have gone through that one. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too bad so far. Maybe it's down to how much force the these are being blown at or blown with. I don't know. They've got it on like the mid setting at the moment. Maybe if it was full power, it would have given them something more to think about. Area complete.
Another one bites the something.
Bites the duck. Right. There is the bin. Oh. How am I being stupid? Oh, it's that bin there in the doorway. Oh. Right, nothing appears to have gone beyond the wall there. Let's run the power up. Go back down there. I think we're okay, aren't they? So I will, in that case, swap to the super back. Give that a go. Yeah, it's doing pretty well around here. A couple have gone through. There's a couple have gone through there then. I actually saw a Steam review the other day for this game, and someone was like, spent a long time doing this review, and they'd sort of gone through various different points, and they were like rating it, like, you know, do you get to kill people in this game? Blah 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 blah. No, yes, no, not really. And it's like they was like making all these like points where they had like these lists, and they were ticking off the certain boxes of things that related to this game and things that weren't. And it's like they were reviewing it as if it was a Call of Duty game, and it's like, mate, you have completely missed the point. This is not like supposed to be a hardcore flaming shooter or high octane flaming thriller. This is a relaxing chill out game, and like I say, they'd given it like a negative thumbs down review on Steam, and it's like, you have missed the point so spectacularly on this, and you have wasted so much time in the process of doing so, that I really, well, I feel sorry for the developers, because they've had like a negative review purely because someone had picked up a game called Leafblower Co, and was surprised you had to use a leaf blower rather than like an AK-47 or something, and it's like, it was odd. It's like, okay, and the devs have seen it, because I saw that they'd replied to it and said, you know, thank you for your feedback and all that, because they are quite gracious and they do sort of you know, respect people's opinions. And I say, it's not a game that everyone's going to enjoy, but if you're buying a game called Leafblower Simulator or Leafblower Co or whatever the hell you want to call these games, you know what I mean? What sort of gameplay do you expect to get out of a game with that title? It's yeah, sometimes the human species really baffles me. Most of the time. Yeah. But like I say, it's the amount of time they took to do this. They could have just said, it's a slow leaf blowing game where you basically raking up leaves and putting them in a thing. Not my cup of tea. And put a thumbs down if they genuinely didn't like it. Still a negative review, but it's more to the point. Whereas obviously what they'd done is they'd gone through point by point and overanalyzed everything about the game. And it's like, you know, items about the game which were like a plus point to people who want to play this sort of game were made out to be like a negative because of the actual context of how they were doing this review. And I just thought that was really weird. Just really, really strange. I mean, quite frankly, if a game isn't to my liking these days, I'll generally either if it's a game that's so spectacularly bad that, you know, other people need to be warned about it, I will warn them about it. Don't get me wrong. But if it's just a game that's like, you know, perfectly adequate for what it does, but not my cup of tea, I won't bother reviewing it, or won't bother putting a Steam review or an Xbox review on, because it's like, the game developers don't need to be punished because I purchased a game which wasn't what I was thinking it was going to be or wasn't what I was expecting it to be. If that makes sense? Probably not. Yeah, this game is everything I expected it to be, and not only that, there was actually a flaming demo that this guy could have actually played if he had really wanted to play the game before purchasing it, and that wouldn't have cost them a penny, and they wouldn't have had to, like, you know, be so snarky and shitty about it. I mean, they weren't like I say aggressive or nasty or anything like that. It's just a case of they'd put a hell of a lot of effort into reviewing this game, but I don't know what they were expecting from the game in order for that to have been like a thumbs up rather than a thumbs down. So we lost a couple there, lost a couple there, and someone's gone through the doorway. These ones I might be able to get back, or I might not. Maybe not. And they criticised the music, and that's one of the things I've really been sort of just cheering on in this game, because I love the music in this game. Right, so you're missing 5. Missing 5. At least one there. One, two, three. We're done. There was another bag in here, wasn't there? Am I going crazy? I'm going slightly mad. I could have sworn that was the second bag. Okay. Some people can get lost behind there, aren't there? Dude, come on, trick shot.
Mm-hmm.
More mushrooms burnt. And crow scared. Right. Okay. Let's start with help. The leaf is stuck. This area was complete anyway, wasn't it? That one complete? No, it didn't. We've got two of the ones from here. Oh, please excuse this bloody cough started last evening. And it's not going to leave me alone now, is it? Right, that's cleared that. Now if I go around to
One
the other
area at a
areas,
time. Feels good.
if I go around to the other areas, that'll probably have cleared those as well. Alright, that's that one done.
Clean as a new toothbrush.
Can you open these doors? No, you can't open those doors.
Clean as a whistle.
Right. Mushrooms and boards. Got one crow and 5 mushrooms to find. I saw some on the tree, didn't I? Yeah, thought so. That's the mushrooms. Just one crow. Scarecrow. There you are. Tarachuk. Done.
Looks good to me, but I would say that.
Wow. Cool. Right, I think I might close that off there. That's like a one map for the devs to look through and decide whether that's all down to physics or if there's actually any problems with the actual gaps in the terrain or anything like that. But I think, like I say, I think most of the problems with that one were when you're using the more powerful leaf blower, the physics just sort of kind of start crying. Which is, you know, which is not something they can do a lot about because, like I say, they work with the game engine, and if the game engine does that, who can say? Then I'll be able to fix it.
Cleaner.
But yeah, thank you to anyone who's tuned in to watch. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. I'll be back on this evening at 9:30 local time, UK, with Mr. Angel and hopefully Tom as well for some Ready or Not. So yeah, until then, have a good evening. I'll see you soon.